Good evening. Welcome to this wonderful world of gang stalking live stream. I have just been doing some really erratic stuff lately as far as coming and going at times that are not maybe congruent to, well, I try to plan these shows around the same time every night, and it doesn't work that way. But the gang stalking madness is still coming and going. One of the things that I was wondering, besides, I think I'm going to do my Christmas playlist this year only. I'm only going to include these songs that seem to have something to do with the reason why gang stalking is happening. Now, like I said, this is perception. It's all how we perceive it to be. Now, it's criminal, yes. And there are bad guys instituting it, like maybe unhappy ex narcissistic spouses might, maybe it's just a hate campaign against their ex-wives. Hey, we'll throw you into the program. You are gonna get I'm looking out the window. Somebody's flashing their lights at me. Oh boy, am I scared. Oh my goodness. Oh no, not you, a bully. Not again for another minute of the day. Anyway, I had this thought about one of the perps when I was coming home tonight. Somebody told me that the sky here in, let's see where I was today. I was in Shepherdstown, West Virginia today working. And somebody told me the sky at like 4:30 was looking ominous. Well, they didn't use the word ominous, but they had said that it looked like the sky was going to be, sorry, I had to peer out my window. The sky looked as if it was like from a movie scene where something was about to happen, something was about to go down. Now, I don't know if she was just thinking weather-wise, like some snow coming down, or if she was saying there's something in the air. I mean, it's true. There is something going around. It is a spiritual something going around or another. Now, the word Christian is in my vocabulary now. You either make the cut or you don't. But there is no such thing as the half-ass or the false or the pretentious or the yeah. I mean, I've met Christians who think they're Christians. They're not really Christians. If you ask me, if you can't see to the other side of it. Now, there is still a part in my heart that God is working to forgive, to fix, and that is forgiveness of these perpetrators. These perpetrators left me with a brand new heart and a brand new mind and a brand new discovery, if you will, into they had taken something from me that was worse than any opportunity in the sabotage of my life, the opportunity to meet a healthy soul, which would have been that my goal is still to do that, is to meet a healthy partner who is not narcissistic personality disordered. But I may have made a discovery that too few have made in the world. And women are smart enough to figure this out. Here I am rambling, but I just that there went that thought. But yeah, I don't remember where I was going with this. Sometimes a person comes into the chat and then they leave right away. So I think I'm getting played. This is the perps, because the perps do this. They've done that to me before in the past, and it's okay. If you find my live stream and you want to listen to it later, that's okay too. What they did was they rewrote my personality. They stole from me the most precious thing that I had, which was my now they gave me better intuition, that's for sure. That was something that obviously was there, but it needed honed in on. And the perpetrators gave me the tools, they gave me the information. It was free. All I had to do was go against my better morals and judgment and follow the rabbit hole, you know. And I'm not saying that that's how I got all the information. I had to do my due diligence. I had to do my homework. I had to do all sorts of things to figure out who they are. But that was easy. Once I did the research and realized what they're doing and followed the map, it was easy to spot the behavior. It's easy to figure them out. I mean, it's easy to win a case. It's easy to document now. It's just easy. I even had a perp sitting in a truck across the street from me when I was leaving my job today in Shepherdstown, West Virginia, because I've got perps all over the road now moved in there, and I'm not even going to get into that right now. But the guy in the white truck who was shining the lights on me actually drove into the space, confronted me headlight to headlight before I was pulling out of the spot, and turned around so that I could get the plate. And I got a plate because I'm like, what are you doing? But I don't care. The thing is, I don't care. I don't even care anymore. You guys are so awful at this. I mean, you suck at it. You suck at targeting. You suck. You can't even do that right. Not even a whole community of you can't even do that right. It's terrible. The whole community can't even do it. All right. Sorry, I had to deal with something. I had to put somebody in a timeout. I think they are a perpetrator. The thing is, when people come on and tell you what you just had for dinner and say things that are gaslighting, like, yeah, sorry, this person's getting a timeout. Anyway, and I suspected this person might be a perp on the call, on the live, but I'll just keep talking. So, yeah, but you don't realize how bad this can actually get and that this is your reality. And sometimes it's really hard to realize that this is your reality, that this is the concentration camp that you are stuck in as a TI, the concentration camp that you are stuck in. So then this concentration camp, it doesn't look like the old one. Okay? There's a furnace, there's a fire, but it doesn't look anything like the one that you know. That's the great art of deception, isn't it? We can make a program that kills people off, that has people kill themselves in what looks to be a very normalized situation, a very lifelike reality, right? Because we're all in reality. That's why people go around dressing in red and black and say, hey, honey, if you want to have a happy family, you just come and dress in your red, black, and black, and you get to enjoy the holidays. You get to enjoy other people. If you just put on your pretentious face and play along with our maddening games, you get to have all that. But now, since you are going to be a sourpuss, you lose out. Sucks to be you. It's terrible. God made certain people to be in congregation, in presence of others, and he made other people not to be. But those of us who are supposed to be, in, I don't even know what the word is. They probably just happened out of my brain. Who knows? Those people are being punished and penalized because we are not following the fake faux system. You don't just follow the way that life is supposed to look, the way that you were taught that it's supposed to look. Of course, the faux reality. That is what they want you to believe. That is what they want you to follow. That's not how it is. It's not. It's bad out there. So you have to be careful if you go out there. Sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once. Because sometimes when I get on these live streams, especially when I'm just chatting away at myself at the air, I actually get a little nervous. I rattled off the first couple hundred videos telling my life story to a bunch of strangers. To each his own. And when I did that, I had no problem. I had no problem telling it like it was. But now that I've done that, now I just have these little bitty pieces to put together and trying to do the work of, finding the, I don't know. I don't know. Just trying to figure it out, I guess. I think I'm gonna do my. Yeah, I think maybe I should just do my Christmas playlist. Share it. Maybe people would enjoy that. Just do the targeting songs, the songs that really mean something to those of us who, people are confused. People are really confused, but I think that people are getting it. Maybe I'm just getting tired of making these videos. Maybe that's it. So I see a lot of fake crap, and I hate to call people out. Sometimes they look really pretty on camera. So did I at one point. Not on camera though. And they sound so sweet and innocent and this and that. Then you hear stuff and you wonder where they get all their information from. How are they copying your story and they're using it to make a channel? Like, you gotta kind of wonder sometimes who's really a perp and who's really an actually targeted person. I'm just tired of people trying to say that targets deserve what they're getting. I'm hearing that way too much, and I've just had to cut the family members who are doing that. I just had to cut them. I mean, they can earn their way back. They can apologize their way back, but I ain't doing anything to... Nope. Better. The silence is better. It's golden. The same thing with customers. I have decided that for my business, the customers who left because we had a difference on presidents or something like that, well, yeah, I'm sorry. I might think your president is bad. I'm sorry. You can worship him all you want, but I don't. I don't think he's good at all. So, customers who aren't there for me, I'm going to pass them off to somebody else who wants them. I don't need them. They're obviously useless to me. I don't want that. I don't want it over. I don't want the extra junk in my house, to be honest. I'm just going to pass it on. Somebody else can use them as leads. Then fine. It's better that somebody else has it than I keep the garbage. I'm taking the trash out. Did this once before, and I'm doing it again. All that work for business. And then I am reduced, and especially by men. Don't get me started on men. and how evil and vindictive men are in this world. Don't get me started on that. Because like 99.9% of them are narcissists, right? Or have narcissistic behaviors, patterns, and qualities. You want to call it quality. And you can't get away from them because they have a way to manipulate you back, con you, or try to force you to stay. And then when you finally do get out, they do something worse. So there's no chances. So women are, I'm in a slave-driven program. It ain't getting any better. I don't have a chance to excel above anybody. Not even for myself, not even for my own benefit. I don't have a chance to say, hey, you know what, I don't even need a man because I can do this on my own. No, I'm not even given, I don't even have those rights. I'm being controlled and puppeteered and, hey, I know people at work are actually doing that too, trying to manipulate my hours and, which day they're going to give me off based on whatever they think is right for me, instead of asking me or instead of actually giving me some decent time off. Right now I'm working 6 days a week, which, it's a blessing, and I'm grateful that finally I'm getting some decent hours, but we'll see come the next paycheck if it's actually going to matter or not. And it might only be short-lived anyways, so it's not going to make up for all the stuff that I need to get repaired and this and that. New tires, car repair. It's not going to make a difference if it's just for a few weeks. And they're putting me in 6 day a week days with 25 to 30 hour weeks. Don't make any sense at all. It's not even 40-hour weeks over 6 days time. So 1 day off, maybe every so many 14 days or something, or 1 day off, sometimes once a week. But it's definitely wearing on me because I've had to give up exercise. Can't date anybody. Can't do anything like that. Not good enough for shit. This is pretty much it. I hate to tell you other TIs, but even the best survivors, the hell-bent on kicking ass TIs have our bad days. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm probably zapping my brain right now. I don't even think I care much. I'm just tired of I'm tired of tired of the community. I'm tired of family blaming this stuff. Like, they're the ones who put you into this stuff in the first place. They're the ones who try to institutionalize you, to try to get you to understand what they're doing, because they're doing something good. They're doing something for your benefit. Of course they are. Of course they are. This is for you. This is good for you. Didn't you know? Didn't you know we're doing this for you? We're doing this to help you. We're not trying to take you down or tell you that you can't live a dream or do this or that. Of course not. We're not going to take it away from you. We don't have that right or authority by God. We believe in God. We're real Christians. Of course we do. But we also believe in plaid pattern targeting. We also believe in the plaid calls. We also believe in all this fake stuff that's going on in the military. Don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on that. Wow, those guys are something, huh? If I had a nickel for every time I was told by one of those guys that, hey, listen, I've got you. I'm going to be there for you. We'll smear blood down your walls. I'm not even going to go there. Oh, that's the Marines, though. they are of the utmost importance. They're not satanic at all, not in any sense. They wouldn't steal from you, lie to you, deceive you, take advantage of you, brag and boast about them fireworks, and send you off to a horse doctor to be examined. Stealing the remains and smearing the blood down the walls. Nope, not satanic, not in the least. But I have a full show devoted to teaching and telling about the program. This is a different kind of concentration camp, kids. It's different. I had good many sexual traffickers in dating, two of which I remember, who drugged me, and or something was placed in something by somebody, and I was left like I could have died. Luckily I didn't. Maybe they came to their senses. Maybe they realized what they were doing. No, they were pretty bad guys. But this is the military we're talking about. These guys are heavenly. These guys are leading the way. I mean, rescuers, for sure. Protectors, you bet. Good guys, you be the judge. You be the judge. But I dated a good many of those who were also the very people who put me into the TI program. They were the very ones who had placed me on the terrorist watch list in the database for being a pretty exemplary kind of person, I would say. If you knew me well enough, before my personality altered into this junk. I mean, this is what I've learned from being abused, from being in a concentration camp in World War III. These people threw me on that list. And I would even work my business, and I'd be out collecting names and warm chattering to gain leads. And I would meet these military wives in the store. But I would gain so many leads because I loved to chat with people. I loved to meet people and try to make this business work. And you know what happened? It was just a con. It was all just a con. Get them on the books, get them erased. It was all just a game. We're not going to let her do that. We control her. I don't care what units we have to use. I don't care what police, what forces, whatever entity we have to use. We are going to shut her down. Yep. And then when I tried to find a healthy partner via the online dating services that are so grotesque and evil, I don't think I could ever force myself to go back there again. There wasn't one man who helped me at all. Even when I cried for help, knowing that something wasn't right, learning about this program. Not one. Not one person. Not one attorney that I reached out to. Oh, they'd take my money. Oh, they would take it for a consult, and then they'd be like, oh, yeah, you better get out of that. Yeah, that was Janelle and Sutton in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Oh, I have no problem calling you out for your crap. And thanks for the help, by the way. I've learned how to represent myself pro se pretty well, thank you. Oh, but yes, these people didn't stop at throwing me on the targeted watch list. These military men of high prestige. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Oh, and we're not. We have to include the sociopaths and psychopaths who work for Northrop Grumman and all those other three-digit agencies. Uh, who is that group? The NSA, NAS. I don't care. They are just as horrific because we've got all these snakes in suits playing leader, wearing their American flag T-shirt while they are building bombs in women and men, and placing devices and nanobots, nanotechnology, little robots, little things that come to life almost, and some V2K. You know who wouldn't want some of that? Oh, and if that's not cruel enough, they sexually target you at the same time. Sexual trafficking simultaneously. You won't know what's hit you. Because they might be using mind control programming techniques and tactics to keep you confused and in this limerence mode, if you will. Trust me. It's some good stuff. I mean, they're pretty good. They're pretty good con men, because when I look back at the people that I dated, I think, what the were you thinking? You could do better than that. And then you could do better than that. And then you could do better than that, and that guy, and that guy, and that guy. What the hell were you thinking? But maybe I wasn't. Maybe it wasn't all my decision. I really, really had to do some serious work. Who knows what these bad, evil men thought that they were going to get away with. Here I am calling them out. And I have way more stories to tell you about how these people were able to have their way. And there is no pride. There is only shame and guilt on my end, because never should I have dated any of these men. I shouldn't have given them not a chance at all. None of them. Not from the first CIA agent who, glorify him. He goes to church with a gun. But then he promotes Big Pharma. Take your pills. There was nothing good about that. But here I was, little blue-eyed, gullible. Let's just happy-go-lucky me, thinking that there's a decent man out there. No, there's not. Nowhere. I haven't found him yet. But of course, when you are being targeted in general, stalked and harassed by foot, electronically, online by men, by pig-headed men, that goes back to you, Trump, for saying that about that woman. Pig-headed, yes, in general. I'm just saying in general. You men in general. Pig-headed. Oh, but yes, so on top of the natural targeting methods, smear campaigns, community outing, and stalking and harassment and all that good stuff, break-ins. On top of that, you get some break-ins, people steal stuff from you. You have all sorts of really bad feelings all day long, emotionally, psychologically, mentally. You are challenged physically. If they're hitting you with weapons at the same time, these brand new big boy weapons, you're going to hit with that, then you got something else. And then on top of that, they sexually traffic you. Yep. It's good stuff. Oh, it's good stuff. Especially when they smear blood down your walls. That adds the satanic, demonic component. And there's plenty of that. They could do that, or they could just, spread filth around your house. dirt in places that you just cleaned. Oh, they do it. They are pretty bad, guys. I don't know who could get more traumatized. The targeted survivor or the innocent bystander listening into what this is. I mean, you guys wouldn't even have to go to mainstream media. They're a bunch of clowns, I've heard. Lately, they're all over the place. Jesse Waters, he's just showing his true colors. And Megan Kelly, now she doesn't have anything to work with because the targeting stuff has hit, it's like front cover, front and center. This is what's going on, you guys. Sign up for either you are a spiritual war hero or a zero. Take your pick. I'm going to get backlash for this one. I didn't even go into everything that I wanted to discuss in this show. But there's way, way more than just that. And if you can't believe that these people can orchestrate this, you are sadly mistaken. This program is evil. And I have studied it up and down, and I can see straight through these little bastards at this point. It might take me some time. Because naturally, when I meet someone, I usually have a good thought. Unless you're driving too close to my bumper, then usually the first thought is, no, not good. But yes, there are a good many perps, and the perps are orchestrating madness, using all sorts of puppets to play in their evil game. And West Virginia has got to be one of the most ignorant places for this game to happen. You got a lot of people here who don't want to work. They want to sit and get fat. And then they want to be jealous and they want to hate people who work hard and try to make a go of things. People who aren't like them in more than one way. There's just an ignorance. Well, you guys gave the tools. You gave everything away. You gave us all the information that we needed. You were making yourselves obvious. You were painting the picture and you were putting yourselves in place where you are being called out by every single targeted survivor out there, and you deserve it. You deserve it. There are evil con men behind the screens. Be careful, ladies, in dating. There's a really, really Elon Musk cloned act-alike in the Stevens City area. And then you've got some marine couples here that are of the Hispanic variety who are playing some sinister games. And instead of putting families together, they are breaking them apart. They're very, very good at that. Now, in my situation, I was planning on getting divorced regardless of being thrown into a targeting program. I might have just made some people mad because I called them what they were, which was narcissistic sociopaths, psychopaths. I mean, in my book, these people are psychopaths. The stuff that they're doing to people, I mean, we can't downplay it. We can't coat it with any special sugars. It is exactly what you think it is. It's very bad. These people are very, very bad. Oh, they pretend, they are doing the right thing for the country. They are doing the right thing for the government, the military. Oh, yes. Oh, of course they are. Of course. They are haters, haters of Christians, haters of women. Oh, yes. These are bad dudes. And maybe there's brownie points for throwing an X into a program like this. And I was just thinking maybe the reason why there's somebody leaving, a neighbor today, leaving at the same time that I'm coming in her little SUV, is because maybe only a certain number of bombs are allowed to be on the street at the same time. So maybe she was out. It wasn't her time. Or maybe it is her time. Maybe she's going to show up to shop. Maybe that's it. And then these guys get to look good. They get to look pretty by hitting a detonator. Yeah. Oops. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. False alarm. Oh, I hit it anyways. Now what do we do? Oh, I thought this was a bad situation. I thought that China, yellow, was in the room at that location, and I hit the button and blew everybody up inside. Oh, what would a psychopath or a sociopath do with that? Oh my goodness. Anything but laugh, because there were innocent lives at stake. Being misused, being mishandled, being abused, being trafficked, being targeted. Sent to the concentration camp of hell, orchestrated by a madman who is callous and remorseless, does not care about human life, in the hands of a perpetrator. Same as Hitler, same as Stalin, same thing, you guys. Just a little bit more deceptive, so you don't see it. Just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. I bet you some of these people probably feel just a little bad. Maybe just a little. But probably not the psychopaths. The ones who have their hands on the devices. I don't think we should talk about anything else. It's already sad enough, isn't it? 38 minutes in. People are being used and abused in a system. And then, you can't even climb your way out of this. The thing is, we should be getting better in life, right? We should be able to make improvements. If the psychopaths don't want to, even the females, well, surely we must get the opportunity, right? But no. We are smeared high and low so that we cannot crawl out of this and make a better life for ourselves. Because now there is so much crud on the bottom of our shoes. We have so many stains from all of the abuse from the concentration camp. We are still wearing all of that. It's still on us. It's in us. Nobody wants us now. We are used and abused. You have to see this from a different perspective. Oh, but of course, maybe this is a honey trap or honey pot or whatever that is. Yes. So see, there is the twisted side to the targeting, which is, well, maybe this person is the crazy one. Maybe the targeted a victim is crazy. Maybe the targeted victim is this and that. Maybe this is a setup. Maybe this is a... Yeah, I mean, it's just too much. It's too much for most people to handle. Get it. Maybe some people wouldn't be able to hang with that. Well, I mean, I guess I'm going to devote my life to just talking about the bad guys then, huh? Look forward to, nothing to move forward for. Hope. Hope. Hope is the word of the day. Don't get me started on hope. Hope turned to shit is what hope did. No matter what I did to keep hoping, the little positive self that I was, hope failed. Every time. Hope was crap. Didn't do shit. Hope. All right. I'll try to find somebody more positive than me at the moment. Let me see if I can read something. I don't know. I was going to read an entry. But I don't want to do that. I want you to get the Treading on Serpents book, the daily devotional, if you are a TI, or just anybody who needs a good read to prepare yourself for the spiritual war that will probably affect all of us at some point, if it's not affecting people by now. I wonder, I would assume that males take targeting a little bit harder than females because, I mean, I think it would feel shameful, or you'd feel guilty, or you'd feel less than if you had this happening to you. But don't, because wait till I tell you the things that they did to me. So as if all of that sexual trafficking abuse wasn't enough, and all the other stuff I've rattled off to you on top of that, they used remote neural monitoring the entire time with me. And that is why I stayed on their path, following them down the rabbit hole, was because part of me was like, no, this isn't really happening. The other part was like, yes, this is really happening, but, let's just keep going a little further to keep discovering what's going on, just keep figuring it out. And of course, they gave me the puzzle pieces after I did all the work, the stuff that led me to a really good place right now, because I've obviously got a healthy partner, and all that good stuff. And a pretty crushed spirit, lack of hope. I mean, lack of direction at this point. Like, why go back to school? Why try to get a better job? Why try to do anything for self-improvement if it's just going to get thrown into the furnace? The bad guys are bad. They're not innocent at all. And the whole community is going around sulking, pretending like they're the victims. Yeah, it's cute. It's real cute, but it's not. I love this game, the Gaslight game. But when you can see straight through all the BS, you don't buy it. You just can't buy what they're selling. I have this on my bulletin board, and I've read this in a different show. Do you think I cannot call on my Father, and he will at once put at my disposal more than 12 legions of angels? Maybe Elliot in the morning can laugh at that. This stuff is funny. I think it's funny. When I've got 12 angels standing beside my side, I'm laughing. I'm laughing at you. November 16th, Treading on Serpents, a daily devotional for targeted individuals by Tina Plankinger. Well, it says a daily devotional for those who are bullied, gang-stalked, blah, blah, blah. It is a trick, not a treat. This is November 16th, but today is November the 20th, 2025. I was looking for something that related to hope, but this ain't it. She's talking about the neighbors who come outside to spy on us. They take turns. Sometimes it's her shift. She throws the darts. She wants to talk. She coaxes us over. She has her cell phone so everybody can listen in. Once you're set up so many times, you kind of get what's going on. There is a sense of dread. Lots of times I have to do things and there is a sense of dread. Sometimes just going into the grocery store, I can pick the targeters out. They follow me in there. They follow me around in there. Sometimes when it's quiet, they kind of like hoover in the aisles. It's pretty disgusting. Like, it's just weird. She talks about them playing mind games while smiling at the same time. The gossip about other neighbors with the hopes. There's the word hope. That we add our 2 cents worth for the group to overhear. We can ignore her or simply tell her we do not want to hear it. We embrace our power and keep it to ourselves by creating personal boundaries. Says, I will not be tricked by a fake smile or a phony gesture. I can avoid evil people altogether. Yeah, if only that's the case. I mean, seriously, it's sometimes not the case. Sometimes these bad guys try to be everywhere. They're just nasty. They're just nasty, and they won't stop. Nobody's doing anything about it. This is like the ovens. The ovens are nice and hot and toasty, you guys. Nobody's shutting them off. The perps are bad dudes. They are just doing evil. And how wild is it that the world is buying the program of what they're selling? And, people are trying to, whether they're healthy people or not, or whether I'm in the company of stranger danger. But at work, sometimes I often wonder what is wrong with people, because I don't always work with spiritual people, with people who are Christian like myself. And I don't always mind. But people are trying to either desensitize me or overstimulate me with the colored targeting. Like, people will leave dish towels out that are like blazing orange and yellow, along with another yellow one. like, and then this is crazy. And then I have black trucks parking all around where I am, or driving on the roads near me now, because I had asked somebody out on a date who drove a black truck. Now they're just trying to show, rub their filth in my face, saying, hey, look, you're not getting that. You're not getting any of it. You might as well just kill yourself. You can't date again. Are you freaking nuts? We've already trashed you and put you into the furnace, lady. So then I have other people wearing like red and green hats around me, or like dressing somebody in all purple, or like purple and gray, or showing me their closet, like to show me that their colors are like teal and purple, which were my invented safe colors. I should be clear on how the color charting works in my case, because yellow represented China, orange was danger, teal and purple were like neutral. I really don't want to be involved in it. I'm not taking a side either way. Pink was a safe color for me at first,
but then pink was sometimes orange because people would misuse it as a, but it's really weird because if people are knowing what your colors are and then they're showing up accordingly, they're targeters. I mean, they're abusers because they're buying into the program system and using it as a cult-like tool. It's pretty gross. It's pretty disgusting. So sometimes I wonder, like, oh, brother, like, who are these people and what are they doing? Like, why are they doing that? Like, I'm good past it for certain. Like, the thing is, I've already kind of taught myself that certain patterns weren't healthy and they're not believable. And that's not the way a human being would react. Here come the police. Here, or, you know, that's not the way that a human being would communicate with somebody. They wouldn't just go around wearing patterns and showing up in a cult-like, demonic, satanic manner. They would have a conversation with you if they were really serious about fixing things, right? Or blah, blah, blah. So I just kind of laugh at these people who are trying to, like, thinking that they're doing a good thing by, like, oh, we'll put these colors around her. And then she'll see it in our house and it'll look like it's safe. And, like, it's a little much. But yeah, I mean, you just have to wonder, like, I didn't get the memo when people went around doing this stuff to other people, and I probably wouldn't have liked it. And people knew, I'm sure, that, hey, don't share any of this stuff with her because she'll go around and tell people, or she won't like it and she'll put an end to it, or she'll stop the madness, or she'll stick up for these women who this is happening to. Because I ain't doing shit for the men. They didn't help me at all. They left me there nearly dead in the furnace. So yeah, I mean, there aren't even any male TI friends that care to help. So hopefully there's a few women who got something out of my channel over the course of the last year when I created this. I don't think I could sit down and write a book because I don't think it would be. You got to wonder how somebody gets themselves into this situation. You got to wonder. You got to wonder how this kind of stuff could happen to somebody. You got to wonder. Obviously, my friends and family were useless, and they still are, because they're still trying to say things that aren't right and stuff that's not healthy and not healthy to be around. So that's a no. But you got to wonder how somebody can fall down like that and not be able to get help getting out. Like how so many people could turn a cheek on somebody. How so many people could walk past the furnace and just not open the door. You know, like it, especially if you're a good person, especially if you know that you're a good person and somebody does that to you. Like, and then the next person does it and the next person does it to you. Like you would really understand how people felt in concentration camps. Like that's the only way that you could know how somebody like that felt, is to just kind of keep getting kicked when you're down and to have zero help. Zero. You know, I thought about this today. One of the reasons why I was able to survive was because I didn't have the help. I had one person here or there come along the way and teach me something new that I didn't know about targeting. I had somebody new help me through a day here or there, or a TI friend, or this or that, that would brighten my day, give me a reason to be grateful, and, see the person as a blessing. Uh, but where are they now? This is what happens, right? This is what happens is they go away. They disappear, and you're left with nothing but isolation in a furnace. This is what it is. They just keep going away. They just keep disappearing. So there's no point in making relationships. They're out the window. If you don't like what I have to say, I'm sorry. I am. I'm sorry. But this is the cold-hearted truth of what these bad guys are doing. They're destroying people's lives. They're destroying people's property. And they're getting away with it. We have people in positions of power that are bad leaders. Bad actors are your narcissistic garden variety blends. Those people don't care about other people. Pure and simple. It's fact. I'm really hurt that I had to do this so much alone. So much alone. And I'm still doing it alone. And there's really no point in doing that. But I can't believe that so many people would just walk past and do absolutely nothing. That's the most heartbreaking, the most painfully heartbreaking reality that I've had to suffer. Nothing beats that as far as pain goes. And that itself would crush a spirit, break a heart, and leave someone to wonder what's the purpose in continuing. And that's it. Stay tuned for my creative targeting song list, and maybe I will spill the beans and tell you in detail exactly what these bad, evil men did. Here come the sirens. Oh no, don't do it. Oh, don't do that. What could possibly happen next? Oh my goodness, could it be something scary? Something more wicked or more evil than what's already done? No. Could it be that? Could you possibly do something even worse than you've already orchestrated? What? Not you guys? No. There are way too many perps, that's for sure. Plenty of new. We got new ones, we got old ones. Oh, we got some new ones moving in. Oh boy, there's how many people just went into that house, huh? Yeah. That one right across the street. Probably no good. Hey, we just got to remove all the good people from the world. This is how the great United States of America works. We just remove all the good ones. That's all. Just get rid of them. We move really bad guys in across the street. They can come in and do stuff. This is what we've got. Yeah, I see it. I see the big white truck across the street that's bigger than the actual townhome. And all the little perps who just walked inside. All right, I've talked her ear off for the day, but there's plenty more. Just I have notes and notes of it. Just can't seem to get it organized. This would have to do. The end.